The Doc is In is sponsored by Amada Senior Care.
Fox 56 News Chief Medical Contributor Dr. Ryan Stanton is back in studio with us once again. I feel like it's been forever since we've seen him.
For a second, I thought it was Chef Bridget Prather because he's got in his hand there. But today he's focusing on Teflon Flu. What exactly is that, Doc?
Yeah, just in case we didn't have enough pandemics, epidemics, whatever going around, now we've got the Teflon Flu. And what we're talking about, I'm going to teach you today about polytetrafluoroethylene, PTFO, or Teflon. Okay. It's actually called the fume fever as well. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about how it happens. So, a little tip here on that cooking in case you get back to mealtime Monday. All right, guys, here's what we're talking about. The Teflon flu is actually a flu-type syndrome with fever, headache, nausea, chills, muscle ache, so it feels and acts just like the flu associated with the chemical exposure or the fumes from the overheating of Teflon pans. Now, in 2010, they changed the actual chemical ingredients associated with Teflon. Teflon was accidentally invented in the 1930s, first initially used as part of the Manhattan Project for the atomic bomb, but now is used for non-stick, a much safer, thankfully, use of the chemical. But in 2010, again, it got changed over to a safer chemical because of the chemical leaching associated with those pans before, but these still can potentially release chemicals, and this associated with temperatures above 500 degrees. The key here is to make sure that when you're using these pans that we use a medium or a low heat and do everything you can to prevent overheating. So this is not a pan, any of these with a non-stick coating. You need to avoid any type of preheating, overheating, and especially those temperatures below 500. I know a lot of folks like to clean their pans, put them back on the stove to sterilize them. Be very careful if you leave them there, get them above 500 degrees. Hundreds of cases every single year of Teflon flu are reported here in the United States to the U.S. Poison Control Centers. The symptoms tend to go away in about 1 to 2 days. Basically, you treat it the same way as you do a regular flu with supportive measures, Tylenol, ibuprofen, fluids, rest, those types of things, but all from overheating your pans.
Wow, that's very informative. The good news for me, though, is I don't ever cook.
Yeah.
So I don't have to worry about this.
Well, then that. She's gonna, okay, if you're out there, she needs the first house that doesn't even have a kitchen, just a larger door for DoorDash.
Yeah, the good news is you can't put those in a microwave.
No, you can't put them in a microwave. And then coming up in the next segment, we're actually going to talk about which pans you should buy. And I'm talking to you now because apparently we don't need to worry about Krista. So we're going to talk about the pans you should buy to be the safest in your kitchen.
All right, sounds good. I'll listen still.
I hope
maybe for like my mom when she comes to cook for me.
You might as well take a bigger break. Go get your Starbucks. It'll be just Paul and I.
We'll be right back after the break.
You're watching Fox 56 News. Our home, your news.